The Young and the Restless Spoilers. Welcome back to our channel, you guys. Today is a weirdly gloomy Tuesday, but honestly, it matches the mood of what we need to talk about perfectly. Grab a massive cup of coffee because we have a lot to unpack today, and it is an absolute mess. Let's just dive right into the madness of Genoa City. So, let's just get right into it because my brain is still spinning from what we just watched. Kyle Abbott actually went to visit Patty Williams in her holding cell. Yes, you heard me right. Kyle and Patty in a prison cell. I have been staring at my screen for the last hour, just trying to process the sheer audacity and stupidity of this boy. I mean, let's be real for a second. Kyle has always been a bit arrogant, a bit too sure of himself in his tailored suits, but this is a whole new level of reckless. He is walking into the lion's den, except the lion is a deeply unhinged woman who just spent the last few weeks terrorizing his entire family. And let's just recap what Patty has been up to lately, just in case anyone forgot. She kidnapped Abby and baby Dominic. She sent Ashley into a complete feral breakdown. She held Kyle's own mother, Diane, hostage in a padded room with a corrupt doctor. She blackmailed Jack for sex. She is a menace. A literal walking nightmare. But here is Kyle, standing on the other side of the bars, looking at her like she's just another business negotiation. Like he can just offer her a term sheet and she'll sign on the dotted line. It's almost laughable how out of his depth he is. But then the conversation starts. And it's exactly as creepy and uncomfortable as you would expect. Patty is just sitting there, mocking him, throwing insults and little jabs, playing with her hair, doing that whole wide-eyed, innocent but psychotic thing that Stacey Hyduck does so perfectly. She is completely unbothered by the fact that she is locked up. And why should she be? She's Patty. She always finds a way out. So, Kyle stands there, taking the mockery, and then he drops his big master plan. He looks at her and says she is going to give him the information he needs to take down Victor Newman. Wait, what? Victor? I had to rewind that part because I honestly thought I misheard him. Kyle wants to take down Victor. Okay, I get it. Victor has been an absolute monster lately. He helped Diane betray Jack, he's currently drugging Nikki and stealing her company right out from under her, and he's just generally destroying everyone in his path. But Kyle? Kyle thinks he is the one to slay the dragon? And he wants to use Patty Williams to do it? And Patty's reaction was everything. She didn't laugh. She didn't yell. She just gave him this slow, sly, incredibly creepy smile. You guys know the smile. The one that means someone is about to die or get poisoned or end up in a mental institution. It was chilling. Then she drops the absolute bombshell of the week. She looks at Kyle, dead in the eyes, and gives him her condition. I want you to guarantee I get out of prison. I will kill Victor. I literally gasped. I knocked my coffee over. She didn't say she'd help him find dirt. She didn't say she'd testify against him. She said she will kill him. And the craziest part? I believe her. Patty has shot Victor before. She has poisoned people. She has zero boundaries and zero fear. If she gets out of that cage, she is a heat-seeking missile aimed right at the mustache. But let's pause and think about the moral black hole Kyle is standing in right now. If he actually agrees to this, if he pulls some strings or finds a way to get this psychopath out of prison, he is basically signing a murder contract. And what makes him think Patty will stop at Victor? Once she is out, what's stopping her from going after Jack again? Or Summer? Or Ashley? She is obsessed with the Abbotts, just as much as she hates Victor. Kyle is playing with a loaded gun and he's looking right down the barrel. Maybe I'm being too harsh on him because he's desperate to protect his family from Victor, but honestly, this is just dumb. It's so dumb. So, while Kyle is making deals with the devil in a prison cell, we have a whole other disaster unfolding over at Crimson Lights. Adam and Chelsea walk in, and they look like they just went 10 rounds in a heavyweight fight and lost every single one. They look defeated, exhausted. They just came from seeing Victor, and apparently it went horribly. They had gone to him with a proposal, a plea, really, to give Sally Spectra a chance. They wanted to figure out a way to stop Victor's absolute wrath against Spectra Charles Communication. And my heart just broke for them, but especially for Sally. Let's zoom out for a second and look at what Sally has been through. She is at rock bottom. A few episodes ago, she found out she was pregnant. She was terrified, but trying to process it. And then Billy, who is honestly the absolute worst right now, let Jill get in his head and started questioning the paternity. He betrayed Sally's trust so deeply that she fled in a blinding rainstorm, crashed her car, and lost the baby. She had a miscarriage. Another baby lost. After Ava. I can't even type this without getting emotional because it is just too much trauma for one character. Sally is completely broken right now. So Adam, who obviously still carries a massive amount of guilt over what happened with Ava, and who feels responsible for Sally in a lot of ways, wants to help her. He wants to save her company. He and Chelsea are trying to be the good guys here. They are trying to throw Sally a lifeline when she is drowning in grief. But Victor? Victor does not care about grief. Victor only cares about winning. And right now, Victor is on the biggest winning streak of his life. Think about it. He just successfully framed Phyllis with AI evidence and got Christine arrested in the middle of a courtroom. He is successfully manipulating a terrified, sick Nikki into signing over her entire legacy. He has Matt Clark on a leash at the ranch. He is untouchable. And he hates Sally. He hates Audra. So the idea of Spectra Charles Communication existing in his town, it's a joke to him. He wants to crush it into dust. Adam and Chelsea sitting at that table in Crimson Lights was just a masterclass in quiet desperation. They know that going against Victor right now is considered a massive betrayal. You guys know how Victor operates. If you are not with him 100%, you are against him. And if you are against him, he will destroy you. He doesn't care if you are his son. He doesn't care if you are the mother of his grandchild. He will crush you. Chelsea is terrified. You can see it in her eyes. She just got Adam back on track after the whole Vegas mess with Riza. They are trying to rebuild their family. And now Adam is poking the bear. He is standing in front of a freight train trying to stop it with his bare hands. Chelsea knows that if they keep pushing Victor to spare Sally's company, Victor will turn his wrath on them. But Adam can't let it go. He just can't. He owes Sally. He knows how dark the place she is in right now is. He knows what it feels like to lose a child and feel completely alone. He wants to save this one thing for her, this company she built with Audra, so she has something to wake up for in the morning. It's actually really beautiful and tragic at the same time. But how are they going to stop him? Victor is a billionaire with limitless resources and zero conscience right now. He is playing God in Genoa City. It's just wild to look at these two storylines happening at the exact same time. On one side of town, you have Kyle Abbott, so desperate to stop Victor that he is literally trying to unleash a serial-killing psychopath from prison to do his dirty work. And on the other side of town, you have Adam and Chelsea, trying to use diplomacy and family ties to stop Victor from ruining a grieving woman's life. Neither of these plans is going to work. Let's just be completely honest with ourselves. Kyle is going to get played by Patty, because Patty plays everyone. She will use him to get out, and then she will cause absolute carnage that Kyle won't be able to control. In Adam is going to push Victor too far, and Victor is going to retaliate in a way that will probably tear Adam and Chelsea apart all over again. I just sit here and wonder, what were the writers thinking making Victor this powerful all at once? It feels like we are building up to a massive climax. Someone has to take him down. Is it going to be Patty? Is Patty actually going to put a bullet in him again? Or is it going to be Nick once he finally snaps out of his drug haze? Or maybe Nikki will wake up from her sedated nightmare and realize what her husband has done to her. Whatever happens, the tension is just unbearable right now. Every single scene feels like a powder keg waiting for a spark. Kyle is holding a match. Adam is holding a match. And Victor is just sitting on top of a mountain of dynamite, smiling. I'm exhausted. You're exhausted. But we are all going to be glued to our screens tomorrow because this train is off the tracks and it is flying through the air. Let me know in the comments if you think Kyle is actually stupid enough to let Patty out, and if you think Adam should just back off and protect his own family instead of trying to save Sally. I need to go lie down and process this. See you guys in the next one.